Have you ever been eating at a restaurant or eating at home and then thought about all the options you could have to drink, like Coke or Pepsi or lemonade or all that stuff? And then you always wanted something a little more healthy, and it's not that much healthier, but it is a lot better than Coke. And that option for me is sweet tea. All right, my mom taught me how to make this sweet tea, and I drink this more than water. So the first step we want to do to make our sweet tea is we want to get 3 cups, around 3 cups, it doesn't have to be 3 cups, of hot water. Let it sit to make sure you got enough. Alright, that's good. Then you're going to want to take it and put it in your pot. I already had this pot heated up for the video. What you want is you want your burner to be all the way up on high. That way the water will cook a lot faster. And it's better if the water's hot for the same reason, so that it'll cook faster. And then the type of tea bags you're going to be using are the Lipton big bags. I've tried it with the small ones and different brands. Lipton just tastes better to me. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to rip this little paper off and put 2 bags in your 3 cups of water. Same thing here, take the little paper off. And then you're going to want to let them sit. Move them around a little bit to make sure the whole thing, the whole bag gets covered in water. It should start to turn a little brown. Alright, we're going to let that sit. And it should start to steam here in a little bit. And the way you know that if your water is ready to pour is it'll start boiling just a little bit. And the next step we're going to do is we're going to put our sugar in our tea. The amount of sugar that I use is 1 2/3 cups, which may sound like a lot, but it actually isn't. You're going to take, just pour it in the bottom, it doesn't matter. I mean, there could be little clumps, but they'll be gone when you stir it. Then you're going to take 2 1/3 cups, pour them in each. Then you're going to want to put your learning sugar and get it out of the way. And then what I like to do is I like to go ahead and put all the dishes that I don't need in the sink. And then we are going to take this pitcher with our sugar and we're going to put it in the sink to get ready to pour the water for when our tea is ready. Just going to leave that in there. Alright. And then right now our tea is almost ready. Just need to get a little hotter. Alright, and then we're going to want to go ahead and grab a spoon to stir our tea with. I like the little wood ones because they are smaller and easier to go around in the pitcher. And we're just going to leave that here. And we're still waiting for the tea to get hot. Right about now, it should be ready. I mean, you could let it sit for a little more, but it doesn't really matter. So you're going to want to turn your burner off. And at this point, you would put a lid on it after you take it off the burner and let it sit for 5 minutes. But for time reasons, we're not going to do that. But you would cover it and let it steam for 5 minutes. What we're going to do is we're going to take the tea over here to the sink. Then we're going to pour it. You're going to pour all of it because you already measured it before. Some of it may cook off, but it's okay. And make sure you get all the water out, or all the tea. Alright, that's good enough. You're just going to set your pot aside. We'll get the tea bags out of the pot later. And then you're going to want to make sure your water is cold because you want this tea to cool off pretty quick. Okay. And you're going to take it in here and you're just going to stir in the tea and the sugar and the water. You don't want to fill it up all the way, or some of it would come out. Okay, that should be good. And this foam, what I like to do is just Scoop it out. Needs a little more water. That's good. Get all the foam out. Okay, leave the spoon over here. Then we're going to grab paper towel to clean off the pitcher. You're going to grab it and clean it off. Get all the tea off the sides of the foam. Then you're just going to set it over here and put your lid on it. And it is ready now. Okay. And the way you should drink your tea is, at first, the tea is going to be pretty hot, so you want to have a lot of ice in it. You want your glass to be pretty much ice. Then you pour it in, because this hot tea is going to melt the ice pretty quickly. And then you'll see that the tea won't be that dark. It should be pretty light, and it is very sweet. At this point, you can put a lemon in it or some other fruit, but I never do that. It tastes fine this way. And then that's how you make sweet tea. You just got to have your ingredients ready. You got to know how to prepare it. You got to make sure the timing's right. You got to have enough water, know how many tea bags. And then you just got to let the water sit, make sure the tea is spreading, make sure it's hot enough. Make sure you take it out when it's hot enough too, or it will taste different. And then you just got to pour in your pitcher, and you're done. And that's a way better alternative to Coke.